welcome back to BizAsia America. Some bachelor degrees may provide you with knowledge and insight and years of debt paying back your student loan. But others, depending on the major you choose, may be bringing in the big bucks the first year out of college. The National Association of Colleges and Employers, or NACE, put together a report listing the bachelor degree majors with the highest starting salaries, and technical majors top the list. At number 5, Aerospace or Aeronautical Engineering. Now, this involves the science and technology of flight, both for aircraft and spacecraft, and your career could really take off with an average starting salary of $64,000. Coming in fourth, a major in computer science, which means your starting salary will be almost $65,000. And in third place is chemical engineering. Now, many grads become designers and inventors involved in everything from nanotechnology to alternative energy and can expect to start off earning over $67,000. Now, graduates of computer engineering often go on to be programmers or software developers, making an average starting salary of over $71,000, making that our number 2 degree. But those that really want to make money their first year out of college should be studying petroleum engineering. Petroleum engineers design and develop methods for extracting oil and gas. Now, they generally work in offices or in research labs. However, they do need to spend a lot of time at drilling sites. And on average, their starting salary is over $93,000, topping our list of best-paying bachelor degrees. But other bachelor degrees are not going to yield much cash, especially if you major in social work, fine arts, music, or theology. Don't expect to pay back that student loan anytime soon. The average starting salaries for these majors are around $32,000. But do keep in mind that according to the latest job report in the USA, the unemployment rate for college grads is about half that for workers with no more than a high school diploma. So as we've just seen, engineering offers a pretty good start right out of college. And as Mary McCarthy reports, some students have found their guaranteed route to a high-paying job.
I ended up getting 6 job offers.
I had 4 offers.
For the 2013 graduating class at the Colorado School of Mines, it's not a question of finding a job, but of which job to choose. The majority of students here study engineering, what Forbes magazine calls this year's top-earning degree, with an average starting salary of $63,000. Graduates can make even more money if they specialized in engineering fields related to the growing U.S. domestic energy market.
Some of our probably most popular degrees are going to be in the geology, geophysics, geochemistry, petroleum.
Most studies rank information technology as a close second to engineering when it comes to degrees that will make students marketable. Here at the School of Mines, the number of computer science graduates is growing, with the Career Center boasting 15 open jobs for every student.
In nearby Denver, this school is training students for a wide-open U.S. job market for software developers.
The job demand significantly outpaces the supply, such that there are many companies that are really almost suffocating because they can't hire anybody. If you put up a job listing for a developer, it might be 6 months before you have any serious application, despite great salaries, despite flexible work hours.
The first G School students will graduate this summer. Many of them came to the program with university education and professional experience under their belt already. But like this veteran of the U.S. Marine Corps, they wanted skills that would get them good jobs fast.
This was the most intense training that I could undergo and has the quickest turnaround time.
At $20,000 for a 6-month course, the program isn't cheap, but it does come with a guarantee. Students will get their money back if they don't find a job making at least $60,000 within 3 months of graduating. Mary McCarthy, CCTV, Denver.
Of course, very few programs have similar money-back guarantees, and for a long time, the lure of Wall Street tempted the top talent from any graduating class. But more and more, the educated elites are heading west into the open arms and wallets of the tech world of Silicon Valley. Mark New has that story.
It's Wall Street versus Silicon Valley, with many analysts saying Silicon Valley is winning the war for talent. Stephanie Zhen came to Stanford believing she would major in economics or finance. She's now studying computer science and interning at Google this summer.
Wall Street was really attractive, probably the decade before us. I do see myself after graduation going to work for a tech company. And I think that challenge is attractive because it means there's a potential and opportunity for you out there to disrupt market.
Sharoy Desai heads Guild, which scours data for top tech talent. He says Wall Street is not only having to compete with Silicon Valley, but also many industries that are becoming more high tech.
I was, on the East Coast, and I was talking to a CIO of one of the larger investment banks, and he was absolutely chagrined because they had recently lost a potential candidate to a retailer. And he just couldn't understand, how can that happen?
Desai says more than 300,000 software engineering jobs will be created in the U.S. in the next 2 years. But only 20,000 U.S. students graduate with computer science degrees each year. That means a continued all-out war for a limited supply of tech talent. While Wall Street's image has been tarnished by billion-dollar bailouts and protests over ethics, Silicon Valley's image is largely one of sunshine and fringe benefits. A relaxed atmosphere and perks like shuttles and free food help workers recharge their batteries and work the longest hours in the country. Stanford student Adam Goldberg had several offers in trading and the financial space, but decided to intern at cloud storage company Dropbox.
I thought that Dropbox would be a better choice for me just because I think that the culture in Silicon Valley is much more welcoming for a summer internship. Obviously, working at, in a banking internship is a really, really great opportunity as well, but I think that it's just a much more stressful environment.
Goldberg says interning at a hot tech company also better equips him for a dream that so many like him have, building his very own startup that someday makes its mark on the world. Mark New, CCTV, Palo Alto, California.
And joining us now with some tips for fresh grads trying to land their first job in a labor market that is still very much in recovery is Barbara Frankel. She is the co-founder and president of Career Counselors Consortium, as well as the president of Coaching Initiatives. Barbara, thanks for joining us. Barbara, what is the #1 tip you can give recent college grads?
I think the #1 tip is actually to be clear about what your 10-year plan is.
Your 10-year plan.
And what would be 1 to 3 options that might help you to get there.
And this is something you should figure out before college, perhaps?
If you can, but it may be through college, taking various courses and having internships and different experiences, as well as summer jobs. Being clear about what your objective is very important. You can also go to your career counseling center at college and take the battery of career tests, but doing career assessment is very important.
Okay, so figuring out what it is that you want to do ahead of the game. Now, which degrees, we've covered the technical majors, engineers and such, are you seeing a correlation in that in your own experience, that those are the degrees that yield the most job opportunities?
Yeah, an engineering degree is in demand. I mean, people who graduate, it's worthwhile. Also, accounting is clearly a growth area. Trades is a growth area. Healthcare.
But what kind of trades?
Trades, plumbers, electricians. I mean, that's really, you're apprenticing, but you're also potentially in your own business.
But do you still think then that a college degree is worth all the money?
Well, a college degree, you don't need a college degree to be in a trade, necessarily. Right. I think a college degree is definitely worth the money. For accounting, for engineering, for finance, healthcare. It makes a difference in terms of getting a job offer, being the one that's chosen, as well as your own self-esteem.
So what do you need to do to make sure that your resume lands up at the top of the pile?
You need to be clear in your resume, put the keywords in that relate to the job that you're looking for, and to demonstrate, to indicate your experience that relates to the jobs that you're applying for. So it could be the skills that are emphasized, the accomplishments, the experience.
How important is social networking in finding a job?
Okay, social networking is very important. I believe everybody should be on LinkedIn who are looking for positions, who are in positions. It is it is the place for people who are looking and who are in business or not-for-profit. I also think about social networking. People should manage their Facebook and their Twitter.
No embarrassing photos and such, because prospective employers will be looking at that. What is the best way to ensure a company hires you? How important is an internship at a particular company? Does that really pave the way to being hired at that job?
Absolutely. Internships are invaluable. First of all, you're demonstrating what you can do, you're learning new skills, you're making new connections, and you're building an experience base that's marketable. And those are relationships that you're building for a long time to come. Many places get to see you in action and offer you a job as a result of the internship.
And of course, provides some on-the-ground experience. Okay, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much, Barbara Frankel, co-founder and president of Career Counselors Consortium, as well as the president of Coaching Initiatives. Well, CCTV's graduation series continues on Thursday, and next we'll be focusing on youth unemployment and why some countries in Europe are struggling to get their fresher-faced graduates a job. Right now, though, let's get the latest world and national news.